Hello everybody, this is Nate with Mass Collector. Today we're going to go through a tutorial on how to fill out an SGC submission form to send in your sports cards or other non-sports cards for grading. I have 15 cards that I'm going to send in, and this is the process that I went through. So first things first, you have to make sure that you have an account set up with SGC. So just to set up your account first, and then once you have that set up and log in, you can start your new submission. So here is the main page here, home page for SGC. The email address is gosgc.com, and once you're here and logged in, you can start your submission. So we'll do just that. Start new submission, and it's going to come to this screen. Now what it's basically asking you here is, do you want to grade some cards or do you want some authentication on uniforms? So we want card grading, and it's got some instructions here. After you select your card, enter your declared value and desired services below. After you've had added all your cards, click next button on the bottom right corner of the screen. So the cards I have that I'm going to send in are 15 total. The first three are 1988 Fleer Scottie Pippen here. Now once you click on it, it's going to add one. The one thing that I wish it would have is if you have multiples of a card, you could just key in how many total cards you have for that specific card. You have to click this box to add each card that you have. So I have to have 3 total, so I'll add in 2 more. So now I have 3 Scottie Pippens added. The next cards I have are, I have a 1989 Fleer Michael Jordan. It's card 21. I have one of those. And then I have some 1990 Fleer Michael Jordans. Card number 26. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 1990 Skybox Michael Jordan. 2 of them show up here, same number. One is a prototype. You will know the difference. The prototype card has a red flag banner that goes across the card corner and says prototype on it. The one that does not have that listed here is the one that you would come out of the foil packs. So that's what I have. I have some of those. And then the last one I have is a 1991 Upper Deck SP1 Michael Jordan. And what this one is the baseball card that he had in that series, in the baseball series. He was doing batting practice with the White Sox. So now that we have all our cards entered, you enter your declared value. So some people put in what the raw value is, which it should be, because you don't know what grade you're going to get back, and obviously the grade you get is going to determine how valuable your card is. So I'm just going to put in $99 for each card I have here, and I also going to put down any numeric grade for the type of grading service I want. So if you put any numerical grade, they're going to slab it and put whatever grade it's going to get. You could pick other options here to say, hey, I don't want anything less than a 9 mint or better. So if it doesn't make these 4 top tiers, it will not get slabbed with any of these numbers on it. So that's totally up to you. I'm sending them in, I'm paying for the service, I am going to have them all slabbed regardless of grade. And if for some reason I feel like I could sell it for more money in the raw state, I'll crack the case and pull it out and sell it as a raw card. So I'll put $99 for each card and any numeric grade for each card. And I'm going to speed through this and jump through that so you don't have to watch this whole thing happen. Okay, I have all the values in for each card at $99, and I also have them all selected for any numerical grade for that. I use $99 because that's what one of the main tiers are for PSA, and I was going to send in a bulk submission about a month and a half ago to PSA until COVID-19 happened and everybody kind of shut down their facilities for a month and a half. And PSA has a very long lead time to begin with, and with having another month and a half of not working and a lot of more submissions probably coming in before that, and now they just opened back up, it's going to be a long time before you get your cards back, and I kind of want to turn some of these into cash and sell them quickly. So that's why I'm using SGC, and we'll see how they look when I get them. From what I've seen, the company's very respected. They're definitely the up-and-comer grading company, and they're definitely a threat to PSA and BGS. They're listening to the customer, they have quick turnaround times, and they're very reasonably priced. So once you have all your cards listed, values are entered, and the type of grade limits you want on there, you will just click on next, which will basically select a plan that you want. And you have 4 different options. So first option is 20 days, which is what I am going to do for these cards. It's $10 a card, not including the shipping fee that you're going to be paying. And I'm assuming that it's business days, 20 days, so 1 month. You can get it back quicker, but you're going to be paying more. So if you go to 15 days, you're going to add another $75. You go to 10 days, it's double the cost. And if you go to 5, that's when it starts getting pretty expensive. But it all depends on how hot you are for it and how quickly you want to sell it or get it graded. So it's totally up to you. I'm just going to go with 20 days. If you go to more plans, you're going to see there's a next day service and same day service, which is very expensive. But again, if you had a 1986 Fleer Jordan rookie card that you wanted to flip quick and you want to send it down for next day service, or if you actually live down in Florida and you wanted to go there for same day service, you can do it. You're just going to be paying for it. So we'll go next to shipping method. And right here, you have basically 4 options. You can pick it up at SGC if you're in Florida and you want to do that for no charge. USPS priority mail, and then FedEx options. I'm going with mail just because it is definitely cheaper by quite a bit than FedEx 2-day. And priority mail, you'll probably get it back in 2 to 3 days depending on where you live. So once I click that, I'm going to go to review of payment, and you just want to make sure you have everything correct. So your address and phone number would be here. I have it blurred out just so people don't start sending me glitter bombs. And then it'll have all your cards listed below here in order. And that's kind of how the order you want to put them in. Once you check all of this, make sure all your cards are right. All declared values are in there. You are good to go to the next step, which is to pay. So PayPal. And we are going to pretend like we paid and come back to this screen. And what we're going to do now is just going to go and submit it. So it's pretty easy to enter in everything. I'm not going to go through the whole paying process and what the invoice looks like. You'll see that. I'll show you a copy of the invoice. I already did this order. It's actually just arrived at SGC today or yesterday, which was May 6th. So I will show you what the invoice looks like. And you also have to send one of these invoices with the package. So you can print off a couple of them, keep one for yourself if you want it. So here's the invoice. It'll give you your order number. You're going to print it out and send to the SGC address right here. It'll have all your customer information, shipping address, and that listed on top. And then as you scroll down, you will see all of your cards listed right here. So all 15 are listed, values are there, service fees are there, and then we're ready to go. So on the next segment here, we'll show you how I packaged up my cards and got them ready for shipment. All right, now that we got our submission in, order in to SGC, this is kind of how I pack them up. I've learned this from watching some YouTube channels of PSA Collector. He's goes really in depth with what he does as well, and it's a great channel to subscribe to as well. He's got a lot of cool stuff on there, and you know, kind of gives you some motivation to kind of do some of these videos yourself and channels and things like that too. So that's kind of what I've been aspiring to do, help people out, have some fun, look at cards and other things too that I collect. So so each card, I got 15 of them. First thing, we get the invoice here, and it just says on here, please print it out. Print out the invoice, send it along with your cards for grading to the address below. So here's the address. I actually pre-printed out a label already. So I have my own account with USPS online, and you save a little bit of money there, and it's a hell of a lot easier just to stick this on there, take it into the post office and drop it in the slot versus wait in line in case there's a lot of people there. So it speeds up your time process too. So that's all ready to go, and it'll have the items on here. So item number 1 is Pippin, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So that's the lineup. And what I'm doing is it got some post-it notes, and I put numbers on them for each card. And what I do with these is you pull the card out of the card saver and stick this on there. So number 1. So this is the first card on the lineup. And then here's a good way to put these in these are card saver 1, semi-rigid, for submissions. A lot of people have a lot of trouble feeding their cards into here. So what I do is I kind of bend it over, like the front of it, just to get the corners started for the card, like that. And then I just put my hand on either side and I start going down, and then I just kind of cup it together, and a lot of times it just pops open, and then you can just put 2 fingers in there, slide it in there, and you're done. So card saver 1s are a lot better than card saver 2 in my opinion, because you just have that more room to be able to do that. They're wider than card saver 2s, which is really nice, and frankly the bigger the better, right? So that's what I did. So I got them all labeled, got all 15 of them labeled as they are listed on the invoice. So ready to go there. And then what I do is I cut a couple pieces of cardboard Actually, I'll probably do this first too, is I'll put some painter's tape. Only use painter's tape. Don't use anything else. And just kind of put a couple around here to keep them together, so they're not sliding around. But I put cardboard on either side of them and tape that down too. But you know, it's a lot easier to pull painter's tape up than it is Scotch tape. It just makes a big mess, residue and all that crap too. So that there, I'll put another little piece on the end. That, and then put them in between the cardboard. And I'll tape this thing together on all four sides as well, just to kind of keep it a little bit more secure. That. There, that way they won't slide out of there. If they slide out of that tape on the cards, they'll. So just like that, keep them nice and protected. You can also put some bubble wrap around them, just for safe measures if you want to. So that might be a little overkill, but it never hurts to be safe. Better safe than sorry. Or at least put something in the box when you ship it, just to make it, you know. So, also, you can get free boxes to send stuff in at the post office. So, as long as you're using their service, you can get free boxes. This is a flat rate, priority small box. So it's like $8 or so to ship this anywhere, whatever you can fit inside of it. Insurance, I added to my label, so it actually cost me $30.45 because I put $1,500 insurance on it, which is basically what the cards are valued at that I put down on the submission. And then you just pack them up and put your label on it and ship them out. So hope this helped out a lot of people, and good luck with your submissions. Thanks. We'll see you in the next video.